We are actually the first social business in the Middle East, registered in the Middle East. So already it's working for us. We finance microfinance institutions, so we're doing what the commercial banks should be doing, but we're taking the lead.
The most important is, like Gordon, is not only taking care about the world, is taking care about his neighbor. And if we are not trained to start small, then it will have an enormous scaling up. It doesn't matter if you're in Turkey, or if you're in England, or if you're in Germany, or if you're where. Imagine a ball, and if you point out a point of the ball, then this point is always the center. Now the planet is a ball, and wherever you do something, you are in the center of 7 billion people. So if we find something in Turkey, this can help the whole world. So wherever you are, wherever you listen, be aware that you are the center of the ball. And if you try to make small things happen, you may find something to change the whole world. The words of Baroness Andrews today. We had a morning breakfast, and she told, old culture have old problems. And I really loved this. I said, yes, we have to see. We are in Istanbul, we are in Constantinople. We are on one of the most places where Asia meets Europe. This spot is an energy spot. If Istanbul don't make it peacefully, joyfully, together, then the world can't make it. So, our old culture has old problems.
Today we come here to talk about social business. This is an idea which has been floating around for several years. And hopefully now it will have a more institutional shape so that we can proceed in steps in the right kind of direction to solve human problems. So the purpose of social business is exclusively to solve problems. Social business is about ideas. It's not about money. If you can bring out ideas from people to solve problems, and you continue in an institutional way, you'll be amazed how the problems that we see totally beyond any cure, beyond any solution, suddenly becomes very simple.
Birçok olumsuzluklara rağmen biz bugün sosyal sermayemizi yani
What is Good Business Alliance? We are about two things. We are about building the critical mass of future leaders through education, and we are about working with current leaders to help them achieve social value through profit-driven businesses. Only in partnership and through an alliance. I think there are so many brilliant case studies around the world that are doing amazing things, and so many clever entrepreneurs. The challenge is to bring the little together to achieve a lot. The challenge is to get the lone voice together with other voices, so it's not a whimper, it is a roar.
I'm convinced one of the most important things at the moment is to find more people which are in the same way infected by the idea of social business as, for example, I am. We had just had a panel here, and one of the most important contributions was for me that the main idea is joy. And I think the most the remarkable impact of social business, and the idea is to have to make joy. Well, what I take with me is the word of Professor Yunus: if you find a solution in one country, you find a solution for all the countries.
That really big business actually has got the message and starts doing things differently, starts putting its environmental impact, first, starts showing us as a community that it's changed its ways. Well, it'll be the first time there'll ever have been an organisation which is actually about promoting good business. And the term alliance is really important because it will bring together like-minded people with positive experiences and people who are hugely innovative and very good ambassadors for this. So I think it's a very positive step forward.
Good Business Alliance is an opportunity to impart, challenge mainstream thinking of those that run business, those that run large businesses, with global footprints. It's an opportunity for them to then learn from what is best practice, to look at some principles around how they might change their business so that they fit in the end with how their consumers want them to behave. In the end, this is also about them making profit, because we're becoming much more connected as consumers to the decisions that businesses are taking. Look what's happened to Starbucks in the UK, to Amazon, to Google, and the outcry about whether or not they're paying the appropriate amount of tax. They're changing their behaviour as businesses because of the crowd saying, you can't carry on like this. So there's a real business reason to sign up to the Good Business Alliance, because it's helping them make the right decisions for long-term profitability.
But I think these kind of meetings are very important because they bring people together. And the one thing that I've learned or observed since I work in that field is how fascinating it is to get people's energy for those kind of meetings. When people come with convictions, that's a much larger drive than anything else. I open my horizon and I integrate other factors than the pure return is already a first step into impact.